Good evening, and welcome to Strange Days, a show where people are invited to call in and share their experiences with both the audience and the host. Our goal is to foster a sense of connection and understanding, allowing listeners to relate to the stories and feel less alone, also promoting a broader awareness of different perspectives, while the host is available to provide thoughtful feedback and support to each caller. My name is Mac, and I'm your host, a disabled, neurodivergent, cisgendered gay man. While waiting for an audience to form, I've been playing through Stardew Valley, exclusively on stream. If you want to call in or chat and need my full attention, I have no problem pausing the game. And if you're here for the gameplay or the vibes, that's okay too. Without further delay, let's play. I hope everyone has had a great start to the week. It's kicking off, and it's been busy. And it's been really cold today. It's been super chilly, and I've been busy looking at work, looking at jobs, making lasagna for the first time. That was fun. Didn't think I'd be doing that, but my partner decided that he wanted me to make some lasagna, so that happened. Good evening, Trigger. How are you today? Do cheese and wheat flour. Did you have a good rest of your day? Kind of tired? I'm sorry. You usually are, though, in the evening. You seem like a early to bed, early to rise kind of person. Well, you can't, like, overdo it. You can't work everything hard. Gotta touch the ostriches, and then I can let them out so they can stop eating the hay. Well, remember that resting is also part of, working out and give your body some time to recuperate also. I'm not saying that you don't, I'm just saying that some people forget that part. What makes you think that? I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean much. It could also mean that you have a solid after workout regimen. And swimming is a good workout, but it's not always like the best way to get. If you're aiming for development, it might not be the way to do muscle training. You might need to start diversifying your workout if that's what you're trying to do. It might also be worth looking into fitness instructors also to see if there is, more modern information out there that could help you. Right, that's kind of what I was getting at. So you wouldn't really expect to see a whole lot of soreness. I mean, you would see some, especially if you hadn't done it in a long time, but if you do it regularly, you wouldn't expect to see a bunch of soreness. And it sounds to me like you do it regularly, so... Maybe you're a freak of nature, and you just don't get a whole lot of muscle ache from exercise. You don't get that lactic acid burn. I mean, that's potentially a sign that you don't really get it that often, and that it takes a significant circumstance for you to experience it. But that's not a reason for you to overexert and hurt yourself. It should, in fact, encourage you to be more cautious about it so that you don't hurt yourself by being unaware of overexertion. I don't know what the bouncy thing is in the middle. Thanks for coming to my art show. As some of you know, I came to this town because I wanted to draw inspiration from beautiful surroundings. Yeah, but it could also be genetics. Like, you could just be the kind of person that doesn't really respond to, like, the soreness of muscle ache, which is why you could potentially hurt yourself by overdoing it. Her expression is intentionally unclear. Is she embarrassed, amused, pained? I'll leave that for you to decide. She looks kind of miffed. Post-dimensional null space. It represents the boundary of human imagination. The shape and color came to me vividly when I was in a trance state. I think someone was eating the wrong kind of mushrooms. I've been calling this one Eggheads. I wanted to create an animatronic humanoid statue to toy with the viewer's ability to properly attribute personhood to a physical entity. Drugs! And the last one is called Wood Sculpture Number 3. It is a celebration of my favorite sculpting material, wood. Eyes! That's the one that she gave me and named after me. Now she's hiding it. One last thing. I'd like to say thanks to my special friend, me. He gave me the idea for this show and the courage to go through with it. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. Aww. Events like this breathe life into our little town. Of course, she says great use of wood. She's obsessed with wood. Use its name. She gave it a name and she even said it out loud, Lewis. Of course. Everything's about wood with you. Occasionally it's about metal, I suppose. Just most things. Oh, I just hope Ginger Island didn't get all messed up because I have all those crops over there that I need to finish growing, and I need them not to be all messed up by weeds. Okay, good. so 10 of those. I think. Still need pumpkin, right? I'm not crazy. Grab here. Yep. So I still need 4 more. And all right, shipping off those pumpkins. That'll wrap up the pumpkin shipping. So I'm just waiting on the starfruit and the rhubarb, and that'll wrap up shipping stuff. Rice. Okay, and I'm shipping off this truffle oil because I got abundance of it, and it is my primary source of money. Picking up all the rest of the truffles so that the pen is clear for tomorrow. And that I can start processing any of the extra. That's one thing I hate about changing of the seasons is like no matter how clean I keep the farm, more crap grows up just overnight. Just instantly, rocks, logs, and junk everywhere. I can be the cleanest farmer ever, and just nope, everywhere. Just a hot mess all over the farm. Just debris, detritus, garbage. All right, so we'll get these started. And I'm not going to worry about pulling the rest out of the box because I'm just not going to right now. Drop the seeds off. Crap, I did not check birthdays today. Okay, good, I didn't miss any of that. Was probably close. Because I know that there are some that have birthdays on the first day of the season, and that would have really sucked. Especially since there are some that I still have to finish getting, like, out of the dump of low levels of hearts. All right. Good, you take care of that baby that you wanted and forced upon me, because I totally didn't really have a whole lot of choices in it. Oh, apparently I also have to get hearts in said baby some bloody how. Great. I would agree, except that we adopted the baby. So, like, it's not like it was just one late night and I had some sort of random tryst. It was an adoption. He totally was like, I signed the adoption papers. And I was like, the last time we spoke, I said, not now. And, you just did it. Okay, sure. All right, then. I waited too long to sell the crib. I mean, I know eventually I needed to get the kids because achievement. But yeah. I don't know. I guess it was gonna happen eventually. Oh. No, it only happens at the new seasons. Sorry. Let's turn that on and see how that works. Go. But I can't. You don't stay on top. You don't stay on top of things. Sure, that's great, but you don't stay on. What about seasonal festivals? I mean, that doesn't really answer the problem, though. It disappears behind the games. How am I supposed to use that? This does not solve my problem. Fine. But the festivals aren't always at the end of the month or the start of the month, so they can still just sort of be a random thing. Like, I get what you're trying to get at, but it's not consistent. It's definitely the game trying to be like, oh no, it's the seasons changing, therefore mess. But even though I kept my farm nice and tidy, it's still a wreck when the seasons change. I find it to be unfair meanness. Oh, I need to be cooking. I need to be doing. Oh, I also need to check my other crops. Because hopefully they're done. Well, now you're just making things up. I mean, that's true, I suppose. I'm not the one who developed the game. I was just told to play it, so here I am, okay? That's the logic here. So it's gathered from Flower Dance. Flower Dance is spring. I should be getting that this time around. Yeah, remember to go. And then it's going to require tulip, jazz, poppy. Oh, I don't actually have to have my seeds. That's fine. Probably already have it. Okay. That's what I'll need for the crafting, so I can go back to cooking. But I still need more recipe. Huh. Oh, it's at level 7. So I already have Clint at level 7. Nope. 1, 2, 5. I'm only at 5 with him. Oh, why does he have to be so difficult? Ice cream, I learned from Jody at 7. So basically, I just have to finish leveling people up. Okay, well then I'm going to go back to crafting things. I need to reload this so that my recipe made stuff. What is that from? Family cooking. Okay. Pancake poi, which is basically just taro root. Okay then, so that's what I'm making next. Look, I'm honestly just happy that I don't see random skeletons and zombies running around town. You know, that would just be awkward. All right, poi is done. Poppy seed muffin. Poppy. I don't know if I have any poppy flowers left. Which is odd because it's poppy seed, and I should be able to do it with poppy seeds and not a poppy flower. But, you know, hey. Again, with that whole logic thing. And I, of course, don't have any poppy flowers. So, do I have any poppy seeds so that I can go plant the poppy flowers so that I can make a poppy seed muffin? Bam. Terrified of what place? Oh, you mean the Stardew Valley. I'm reasonable-ish. Pumpkin pie. Honestly, probably. At least it would be quiet. Wouldn't have neighbors stomping around everywhere. Pumpkin pie is done. Now pumpkin soup, which is Looking at milk. See, like, that does make sense. It has a logical consistency to it. But I also feel like, I don't know. To a certain extent, I'm kind of like, but why would you leave? It seems so like quiet here. Why? It seems like this is where you should stay. Radish salad, radish vinegar and oil. But only one radish, because we don't want to fill up on radishes, guys. Well, yes, but you also remember that the teens ran into the murder basement because they really didn't have other options. Everywhere else was closed off except for the basement. Like, they're locked into the house. Rice, milk, and sugar should already be in all of the fixins, so I should already be able to make the rice pudding. Root splatter. Cave carrot, winter root. It has a semblance of sense to it. The problem is that it doesn't always apply. That's true. They could, but not everybody thinks linearly. And they certainly don't think about how that shower curtain is transparent and the murderer can see straight through it. So hiding in the shower is not very smart. How are dandelions in a salad game? Come on. Oh, I'm out of vinegar. Is it really? That's weird. Sea foam pudding, flounder, midnight carp, and squid ink. Alright, so I need flounder. Flounder. These flounders? These are flounders. Okay, so I need a flounder. And a midnight carp. Which are these, but I have more than just one. Do I really just have one? That is a huge disappointment. Because if I only have one, then I'm gonna have to clear out one of my pawns in order to propagate. I knew that the blossoms were like teas, like used in teas. I just didn't know that they were a culinary thing. I don't know, just seemed kind of oddish to me. Hmm. That's going to take some time in order for that to propagate. I can't believe I only had one midnight fish. So weird. I definitely thought I had more. Foam pudding is out. Moving on. Shrimp cocktail. 1 shrimp, 1 tomato, 1 wild horseradish. Shrimpies. Where's my popcorn and shrimpies? This is where I find out that I don't have any shrimp. I don't have any shrimp, do I? No. No, I don't. Why don't I have any shrimp? Of course. Because I can propagate them, so I should have kept at least one. Having at least one allows me to continue their propagation. Why is my controller suddenly stopped working? That was weird. Yeah, as long as I have one of them, I can put them in one of my ponds and I can propagate them. That's what I'm doing with the midnight fish. I need to grab some bait. Some bait. I need some bait. I just wish that there was an... Oh. Uh-oh. Yes, but again, see, now who's arguing the logic in this video game? See, I get that there's a limit to the logic. Sure, but it's still a video game. And I was arguing the whole detritus and stones and things that fall down at the seasonal changes, not celebrations. So, doesn't really apply there. You're the one who turned it into seasonal events. I was talking about the literal seasons changing, and that's what's causing all the stuff to be on the ground. Oh, there. Yes, but I'm saying it only happens at the seasons changing, and it's the seasons changing, not mysterious parties that are happening off screen that nobody hears and knows about, that aren't even on the calendar, that are mysterious and only because you think that that's what's happening. Like, there's nothing hinting that that's what it is. But there's nothing to even correlate for yours. At least I can point at the seasons changing, and that's when it happens. You have nothing to point at and say, oh, this is connected. I can at least correlate. You're pointing at the stars saying aliens. I mean, usually, sure, but in this case, I'm thinking it's the people who coded the game, not the people in the game as NPCs. It was their way of making busy work. Picking an arbitrary time for the, like, oh, your farm's a mess. It's like on Mondays, it's also when the grass spreads and the weeds grow. It's always Mondays. Yeah, tell me about it. Baby's always sleeping. That is not all babies do, game. Thanks, because I needed more coffee. I don't know what he could be having nightmares about. I basically do all the work around here. Where's the salad and why can't I make it? I have the vinegar now. The dandelions are in the fridge, as are the other thing. Because it's basically just the vinegar, oh, that's a daffodil, not a dandelion. Whoops. Do. Nope, didn't mean to grab the whole stack. Just one. Now I can make this out. Okay. Oh, you butt. You did not propagate a new fish yet. I usually do overnight. No! No green grass. Green grass is bad. Only bluegrass shall grow. Okay, so 2, and then I need 6. Nope, don't drink the milk. Trying to make products here. And then I need some more wool. All right, now to go check the other farm. Okay, starfruits finally came in, but still waiting on everything else. That's one more fruit, or one more packaging done. Right, now has the fish actually, no, come on. Totally kick rocks in on that fish. He needs to cell divide or whatever it is that fish do in order to make more fish when there's only one fish to fish with in the first fish place. All right, so I also need lobster, which I get with crab traps, and eel, which I get with fishing, but only when it's raining. So, oh, I need to go check the crab traps. To the beach. Oh, I got a lobster. But that's it. Big old pile of disappointment. I need to go check the birthday calendar to make sure I didn't miss anybody today. Because I'm always terrible about that. Okay, no, it's tomorrow. I need to get those hazelnuts together and make his hazelnut whatever nonsense because, of course, he needs hazelnuts. You know, that one tree that I can't grow because I can get the nuts, but I can't grow the tree. Need one more. Okay, 6 eggs, 2 more jugs of milk, and 4 more wool. Okay. Interesting for him. He's such a weird guy. Like, he gives me strong, like, Jim Carrey vibes, but then also he does, like, really serious movies sometimes. And it's just so weird. Like, he comes off such a weird kind of strange comedic kind of funny silly guy, but then other times he's so serious and he's got such a range that I just honestly I don't know how to handle him at times. I'm just like, oh, it's Brendan Fraser. All right then. I don't know if this movie's gonna be ha 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 or oh. So like when people are like, oh, he's gonna be in this movie, I'm always like, all right. I don't know how to take that because that doesn't tell me anything about the movie. What was it? Bewitched and Mummy and like those are like Bewitched is the one that throws me. I need to plant rain. All right. Yeah, that's the one where it's just like he's such a weird slapstick, silly kind of guy, and I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with that. Gonna be cooking today. Since I don't have shrimp and I have the lobster, but I don't want to like cook yet. I guess make lobster this lobster and milk, right? Yeah. Because I'm sure I'll get another lobster while I'm shrimping. Spaghetti. Is that gonna just be wheat, tomato? Yep. I need to start another vinegar going because I don't know what's going to take it. So, and it takes forever. Oh, spice eel, which is going to require me to have more than one eel. Squid ink ravioli, which is required. Squid ink tomato. I should have both of those. So I should grab a tomato and a squid ink. Tomato. Nope, squid ink is not in there. It is actually in the one that I just opened. Squid ink ravioli. Stir fry. That's big as hell. Cave carrot, common mushroom, kale, and oil. So, cave carrot, common mushroom, and kale. Stir fry. Stuffing, bread, cranberries, and hazelnut. Well, I already have the bread made. I just need the cranberries and the hazelnut. Although the hazelnut's kind of an odd addition. I mean, it does sound kind of delicious, but it's not something I've ever thought of. Stuffing. Soup is cooked. It requires shrimp, which I still don't have. Trout soup. Rainbow trout and green algae. Yeah, but that's my iridium quality rainbow trout. Do I have a less quality rainbow trout? Yes, I do. Rainbow trout and green algae. Trout soup. Done. Next is vegetable medley. There's a tomato and a beet. That is a serious medley. So much medley happening, it's just two things. It's barely an ensemble. Collect all this fabric, and I'm going to put it up for sale. And then I'm going to go clean up the pen full of the what looks to be poop, but it is not. It is truffle. Because I can never remember what the damn things are called. Don't go in the barn. Just collect the pig truffle. I love the goggles on the dog. It makes him look like a little scientist. And then we're going to do a sleep because I've basically done all the things I can do in the day without having to go like dungeoneering or adventuring, and that's dangerous at this hour since 2 a.m. comes very, very quickly. Oh, okay, he's over there staring at random things at the wall. Sebastian's so weird. Maybe getting married to a goth was not the wisest decision. He's very spiritual. He likes to stare at things, but I wonder if that's just like the game's AI and the characters will just stand and stare at stuff at the wall or whatever. Crap, I also forgot to look at the quests because I know that there's still one more I need to do. And I think it's that one. I think it's the crop order. Yep, crop order. So I need to do this one. Which means I need to hop on top of that mission and get it done. Nothing like crawling into someone's bed. Good morning. I brought you a bowl of roasted nuts. Oh, she's playing Super Nintendo. Oh, it's this game. Well, I'm glad that I tinkered with it at the arcade before doing this. What? That made no sense. I don't like there's no upgrades like in the other game. Because I was able to get upgrades that made my gun do different things. This seems very, not that. Yeah, I know my way around a joystick very well. Oceanside. And it's 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., so I've got time to wait for his personhood to show up so he can buy stuff. Come on, I just need to buy seeds. All right, go, horsey. Those grow in 4 days. Okay. I should be able to finish that relatively quick. We just need to go to Ginger Island and plant them. Because I want to get that mission over with, because it's got the last recipe for crafting that I need to craft for the crafting quest. Oh, raining on Ginger Island too. Alrighty. Okay, all of that is planted and basically good to go. And I can go do the fishing. Oh, right. First I gotta collect all this stuff and re-prep it for what it's gotta do. Turning ancient fruit into more wine. Making wine like I'm some sort of vineyard. Vintner? Vineyard? I don't know. One of those things. Like I'm some sort of fancy winemaker. Oh, I got one night carp. Ow. Wrong fridge. There we go. And then there. There. Now I get to run to the beach. Or I get to go hunt for eel. Among with the shellfishins. That's not eel. Where is that? Just need me some eel. Like, I don't even need to do the catching. I'll buy it off someone. We just had like a fish market or something here in this teeny tiny little town where we have a professional fisherman who wants to keep fishing alive but doesn't sell any fish. Seems like that would be something that he would be doing, is selling fish, but nope, not really. An eel, hooray! Now let's see if I can get a second one. If not, I'll just have to do a fishing pond breeding thing again. But I'd rather not, just because it takes longer. Come on, fish. Fish, 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 fish. And by fish, I mean eel. Are eel actually fish? second eel. Nice eel. Fried eel. I just need the 2 eel. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were considered fish or if they were considered something else. Where did it go? Cooking. Okay. Still need shrimp though. Okay, what is an electric eel then? It's a knife fish. That is not what I expected. One fried eel. And spicy. Weird. I need to go get a hop. Okay. Gonna be yam. I think I have both of those now. And a yam. Was the midnight carp? Oh, that was the seafoam pudding, wasn't it? Flounder midnight carp week. So we need the flounder again and the squid ink. Flounder, flounder, flounder. Flounder. Squid ink. Seafoam pudding. Oh, it's getting real touchy with birthdays. I'm gonna have to start trying to make people like me without it being their birthdays. And that's not gonna be very fun because it goes super slow. Let me see if anything. Nope, nothing growing in here yet that I need to worry about. So I guess it is ready for a sleep. So we're gonna do a sleep, and we'll see what the next day brings. How do you need time to yourself? You wanted a baby, there's a baby now. That's your responsibility. You don't get time to yourself. Unless you're taking the baby with you. I have a farm to run. Super meal. It's one of those things that makes me feel like they did, like, the games doesn't take it seriously. Like, there's a baby in the crib, and he's just gonna be like, I'm gonna go for a walk, I need some time to myself. I mean, yeah, okay, fine, but baby that you wanted, crib. You don't get to just go off. That's not how it works. I mean, I'm just collecting these random things off the ground because, like, I don't know. I was thinking I might sell them, but they're probably just going to end up in a box with all of the other stuff that I randomly collected off the ground because I have a wording problem. That's really my biggest issue in this game is hoarding. But if I'm also being fair, it saved my butt so many times. Because the game's like, oh, you need this thing. And I'm like, oh yeah? Well, I have that thing because I didn't use it. But I also feel like it gets me in trouble because the game's like, oh, you need to do all of these things for this quest. And you have to cultivate, harvest, and sell all of these things. And I'm like, can't I just sell them? Because I already have them all. And the game's like, no. Like, well, that's not fair. These flowers are taking forever to grow. All right, so I guess I will go clear the quarry since I'm kind of at an impasse, I think. Let me double check my recipe log. What I need to do. Shrimp cocktail, poppy muffin cake, tonka soup, which also needs shrimp. I'm holding out on those. Super meal, bok choy, cranberries, artichoke. I can make that now, so I suppose I could make that. As long as I have all this stuff. Artichoke, bok choy, cranberry. That actually sounds kind of nice. I like artichoke, I just hate making it. Okay, that's crafted. Oh, fuck that now. Wait, where did I learn that from? Oh, of course. From Shane. I didn't expect that. All right. Flour. Food. Waiting on rhubarb to finish growing. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of in a holding pattern. So I am gonna go clear the. Ooh, I have all sorts of. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. Rhubarb always makes me question who decided to try that. Like, who was like, you know what? This weird looking thing that tastes disgusting, we should cover it in sugar, boil the crazy out of it, and serve it in a pie. That sounds delicious. I did know that, which is also why I think that whoever decided to do that was crazy. Like, they were out of their mind when they were like, let's eat this thing. It sounds delicious. Now, I don't know what kind of toxic it is, but I know that it is. Yeah, but the instant you try to eat it without, like, drowning it in sweetness, ugh. do admit they are pretty looking. Oh, so it's the leaves that are toxic. Okay. See, I wasn't sure which part of the plant was toxic. I just knew that parts of it were, and I wasn't sure if it was actually part of the stalks or something else. Oof. Cleaning out the quarry is so odd because it's like, of all the things, like you're just digging out rocks, but also they regenerate. Like, what quarry regenerates? How convenient would that be, though? If we just had a quarry that regenerated over time. It gives me the vibes of like a mining dimension in Minecraft. Although it does take a while to regenerate. It doesn't just happen overnight. Unlike the dungeons, which do technically regenerate overnight, you just have to get far enough down for anything to really matter. And now the quarry is clear. Hooray! Empty quarry! So I'm hoping, but I'm doubting, that tomorrow the garlic will be done growing, because it'd be great if it was, but I really don't think it is because I think I just planted it. which means more waiting. No, don't eat it. It's not food. I swear my farmer is not the smartest book on the shelf. Constantly trying to eat things that aren't food. Should I eat this rock? No! Okay. Why would you eat a rock? If not food, why food-shaped? It's not food-shaped! Such a troublemaker. Crick-a-diddle-doo! Okay, he's legitimately not home. He left the baby home alone. What am I supposed to do? He's definitely cheating on me. Definitely cheating on me. I'm a farmer that wakes up at 6 a.m. and my husband was gone and out of bed before I was up and left the baby at home. Definitely cheating on me. We were married and we never discussed things being not exclusive. So unless we discussed it wasn't not being exclusive, it's exclusive. Oh, he's working on his motorcycle. But he should still, like, communicate that baby's, like, alone. Like, I was still in bed. You don't just leave the baby alone while your other person's in bed. Not cool. Seeing as how there are no other households that work like that, I can't make that assumption. That sounds like wishful thinking. Oh, flowers finally finished growing. Hooray. Ugh. Now I need to go make some more beehives. Nests? Boxes. Bee boxes. Oh, apparently I'm low on iron. Well, that's just fantastic. Well, I guess I'll go make some iron. Fantastic. Ugh. No, don't eat the truffles. They are not food. Don't know why he keeps wanting to try and eat truffles. Like, they are not a foodstuffs. You shouldn't eat them like food. Not like a whole food. Like, you don't take a bite out of a truffle like an apple. That's not how you do that. Those people are monsters, and they really should be taken away or put into an asylum if they're taking bites out of a truffle like their food. Like an apple, that is just no. Ugh. It's just weird. Like, who eats a truffle that way? Yeah, that's fine, but they don't taste like no. That's not no. Just no. Just no. 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 That is not how we eat food. No. Just no. Mm. Even as like a flavor addition, they are incredibly intense and should be used exceptionally sparingly, and a lot of things don't. use them sparingly, and they really should. Okay. Smelt, smelt, smelt. Oh, I still gotta go check my crab pots, because I still need shrimp. I still haven't gotten any shrimp yet. I've gotten more lobster, but no shrimp. There's a shrimp. Alright, smelting some iron. Then I'm gonna go pick up more truffles. Because I need to make more truffle oil, because I still need to get to 2 million so that I can buy a stupid golden clock. Because, you know, wealth. Okay. Wonder if greenhouse is ready to be harvested, because it feels like it should be. Almost, I guess, maybe. Or soon. That was unexpected. Smelt some more iron. And I guess we'll do a sleep. Check the calendar first. Lewis is tomorrow. I think he's a hot pepper kind of guy. Yeah, he's a hot pepper. That'll be easy enough. Sleep, sleep, sleep. All right, check my wine cellar. Nope, still not ready. Come on. Okay, and then grab the hot pepper and go drop that off with the mayor. Hopefully surprise him in bed too. Be like, hey there, Mr. Mayor. How's it going? I've still got your boxer shorts. Aw. Okay. Pop these items off. And I'm gonna go check my Ginger Island farm. Since hopefully those crops are ready to go, because those are the ones I'm waiting on for like everything. Not everything, but like a lot of stuff. Oh, come on. We're almost done. So close. So close. Hopefully the shrimp has duplicated. No, of course not. Why not? Murder the shrimp. Well, here's hoping that maybe I need to redeploy those bait generating containers. There they are. Because I'm gonna start running low again. Alright. There. Nope, no shrimpies. Of course no shrimpies. Why would there be shrimp? Only the thing that I need right now. All right. So then what am I going to do now? I don't know what I want to work on now. Because, like, I need money, but that's just kind of like a waiting game. And I was working on achievements while I was trying to get through the winter and waiting on money, but I've knocked out most of those, and I'm sort of in a holding pattern for the rest. Because I know that I'm working on perfection, which is a specific achievement. And it requires, like, a golden clock to be there. It requires all the cooking recipes and all the crafting recipes, which is what I've been working on. The max friend relationship status, which I've been working on, and then the golden clock, which just time. Like, even the crop shipping isn't necessary. It's all just kind of a holding pattern. And money Ugh. Egg. Flower dance is what I need to get the last blueprint for crafting stuff. I think it was 141. You- I need the watering can if I'm gonna go into the volcano. Okay. Right. Oh, nope. Nope. Freedom robot. Kill it. So I kind of wish that they had the little difficulty toggles for each of the dungeons. Because it'd be cool to be able to set them up to be a little bit harder or like, and just to adjust the difficulty and increase the loot. But I also kind of wish they took like the page out of roguelikes at certain points too, because there's just certain enemies I really don't like, and having an option to like remove them from circulation would also be nice. Ugh. So I'm just trying to keep moving forward. I'm trying to see if I can get some more resources. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. Like, oh, no, don't touch me. Like, I know that I need more money. Like $500,000 worth of more money. But also, it doesn't seem to come that fast. Oh, hey Alice, how's it going? My weekend was a mixed bag. How about yours? Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you had a good weekend. So what's going on tonight? Anything fantastic and fun? Interesting. Saucy and interesting. News at 11. I made my first lasagna today. I've always avoided doing it because it seems like complicated. And I technically wasn't wrong. It didn't turn out too bad. My partner said it was really good, but I think he was being nice. I think it could have been better. Like, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't, like, really good or anything. It was, it was okay for a first time. It definitely could have been better. I screwed up a lot because, like, as I'd never made it before, I like was trying to go off of trying to remember recipes and stuff, and I kept forgetting to pull up a recipe while we were at the store in order to remember getting things, and so like I just kept forgetting to get fresh stuff, and it was a lot of last minute things, and so I wasn't always working with like the best things. So like I forgot to get fresh parsley, and so I ended up using like dry parsley. And I mean, basically I just tried to make it work, but it was okay. The assembly wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but I feel like next time I might want to make my own sauce, because I just use jarred sauce instead of using like my own. Not that I typically make my own in right now, because it's just easier to buy a jar. It's cheaper to buy a jarred sauce and doctor it, but I mean that, and the sausages that I used to make my own sauce, they don't sell here. Which is why I don't make my sauce right now, because like it's just not easy to do. What are you using the bechamel sauce for? Well, that's some fancy pasta. I don't know. Sounds pretty fancy. Sugar. Yeah, but you have to roux it, and that's what's weird. And can get real sketch if you're not careful. That go in there. Go here. I mean, making a roux isn't hard. It just can go wrong quickly. if you're not careful. 2 shrimps now. Did my shrimp multiply? He did. Now, fish them out and cook them, little buggers. So that I need wild horseradish, tomato, Tomka. Yeah, I need to take a picture of the lasagna to send it to you because I feel so like the dish that I made the lasagna in is definitely too shallow. And I didn't make enough of the mixes and stuff, and so like the layers are really thin. But it turned out okay. Next time I'll have to make more sauce, but it's alright. It turned out okay. That. Birthdays today. I hate this. Why are you refusing to go downstairs? Or is it just because it's late? Oh. I've had those issues when I was younger. Let's go, I guess, to the desert. So is that why you're not going to go downstairs? Oh, okay. That makes way more sense. Yep. Nope. That makes way more sense. Ugh. I kind of want to go get some more of the lasagna, mostly just because I'm hungry. Yeah, but like, I don't want to have to get up and go and get it, and like, that requires leaving the stream, and I've never done that before. That would be weird. I haven't really prepped for that. It's like, I have a be right back screen, and then I have the blur out the cam screen, and I don't know about like, I don't know. Not like I have like anything to put on the screen. Like, I don't know. Well, I mean, sure, but like, I don't know. It's just, you know. I'm also considering just like chilling and waiting because I don't know how late I'm going to run tonight because I am just kind of wiped out. I have had brain melt for the last 2 days, so I've not been feeling my best. I have had a headache that has been messing with me for the last 2 days, and I've not, well, technically I've been able to treat it today, but I wasn't able to treat it yesterday. Because I have instructions from my doctor that I am not allowed to use over-the-counter medications more than 3 times a week, and I'd already used up my 3 times last week before I got hit with this one. And so I didn't get my medications refreshed until today, but I was like, well, since the headache already hit, I might as well just ride it out. And so, like, it wasn't a migraine, it was just a headache, and so, like, I get head pain every so often, and it's just been kind of taxing and sucky, but not, like, you know, crying uncontrollably into my lean cuisine kind of thing. So, meh. We went out and played board games with my partner's friend yesterday. We went to a board game restaurant place. I don't know if you're familiar with those kinds of places. Because I don't know if you guys have them. Okay. Because when I was there in the UK, I hadn't even heard of them at that point in time, so I never saw them while I was there, so I don't know. And I only went because I wanted the food. Because they serve poutine there, and I love poutine. Yeah. It really is. I might, well, see, I used to be very food motivated, and I probably still am, but I'm also very depressedly motivated by food because I love food and food motivates me, but I can't eat that much food. And that depresses me at the same time. So like, I had this big plate of like French fries and like poutine, and I got halfway through it, and that was basically all I ate all day. That was it. It was like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The half plate was all I ate all day. Because I didn't eat breakfast, because I forgot. And then I ate the half plate of poutine, and then I had a bowl of chocolate pudding, and that was all I ate all day. Because then we came home, and then I wasn't really hungry for dinner. It's just, that's my medication. That's how it makes me not hungry. So like, it's so weird, and it bugs me because I like, it used to frustrate me before because I used to get bored hungry where I would just go and look for food. Yeah, no, that frustrates the annoyance out of me. Like, I had to hand the plate over to my partner to be like, I need you to finish this. But it's also frustrating because he's trying to eat less too, because he sees how much weight I've lost and how much less I've been eating, and he's realizing that he needs to eat less too if he wants to lose weight. Like, he's not trying to lose as much weight because he realizes the weight loss I'm having is a bit more dramatic than he's going for, but he's realizing the weight loss is, you know, more realistic, you know, if he would cut back on some of the food intake. So he's trying to cut back on his food intake. But, so it's a little bit difficult sometimes too. Like when we're eating at home, he portions what he's trying to eat, and so sometimes I used to hand him what I can't finish, but now he's like, no, I can't eat it, put it in the fridge and save it for yourself for tomorrow. But it's just annoying because I used to go looking for stuff to eat in the fridge all the time, and I used to just like eat whatever all the time, and now I can't do that, and now I don't even think of it. It doesn't even cross my mind to like to go look for food. Like, I will wake up in the morning, and if I don't eat right away because of habit, because that's usually my habit, is to eat as soon as I get up. If I forget, like if I get distracted by something, I won't eat breakfast because I'm not hungry. And if something doesn't trigger me to think about lunch, I won't eat lunch either because I'll forget because I just don't get hungry. Now, the part that's very concerning for me, though, is if I do get hungry, and I have fallen into the trap of I didn't get hungry for the majority of the day. When I get hungry, it is excruciating. I don't get hungry like, oh, I'm a little bit hungry. No, I go from, I'm not hungry to, oh, God, I'm starving and it hurts. Like, it's painful when I get hungry. It is very painful when I get hungry. So I have to be careful that I don't skip too many meals by accident, because I will be very unhappy because it hurts. And I have to eat very quickly when I do. Like, I have to eat something. Like, it's not like let me make something. No, it's not like, no, I need to eat something. I need a handful of nuts. I need grapes. I need something to put in me now because it hurts. It is not a let's worry about this later. It's a nope, I need something now. It doesn't come up very often, though. It's the part that's infrequent, thankfully. It doesn't happen very often. It's when it does happen that it's very unpleasant. I like to try and keep it to a minimum, so I do try to remember to eat. So that's why when I do my morning stream and I don't have anything booked after it, I try to end the stream at 11 and I try to go get something to eat. Sometimes I'll get distracted by job hunting and I'll forget until my partner comes home. And then I've doomed myself, because if he's already come home, then it's too late for me to usually eat lunch. Because if I eat at that time, then I'll likely ruin my ability to eat dinner. And I kind of have to be careful about when and how I eat and how much. And so it's a complicated mess, but it's not too difficult. I just have to navigate it, But it's not too bad. Oh. Really? They're still not done yet? God, these are taking forever. So as I've been watching TikTok and I've been traveling in like the neurodivergent circles and stuff, I'm starting to see more and more how like I'm very much neurodivergent. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's still water. Because I found that like some of my eating habits are definitely neurodivergent in nature. Because I get into these like food routines where like I want to eat these specific types of things regularly and I only eat these certain things in certain ways. So like I'll get stuck in this routine where like right now I'm basically for breakfast I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then and then you detest it. And like I'm stuck on peanut butter jelly sandwiches and that's what I'm eating right now. And that's what I'm eating. And then once I get bored with it, I'm going to switch to something else and it's probably going to either be oatmeal or eggs or cereal. And then I'll get bored with that and then I'll switch to something else, but it will be that thing consistently. That is the thing I eat. That is the thing I eat every day. It's not a rotating item. It is just, that's what I eat right now. And before I started watching like the stuff on TikTok, I always thought it was because I always thought it was because I was lazy and I didn't want to make decisions. And I'm starting to realize that that's probably partially true, but it runs deeper than that. And that's why, like, as I'm watching these people talk about it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, that was so that thing that you're talking about right there, that was what I used to do because I was looking for something to eat, but I couldn't figure out what it was I wanted to eat because I was bored. And so it's also the reason why I get frustrated because my partner will make like a big pot of something, like a stew or a soup or chili or something, and he'll just make a bunch of it and we'll eat it for 5 days straight. And by day 3, I'm like, I don't want to eat this anymore. I've had it twice a day for 3 days. I have it for lunch and dinner. I don't want it anymore. Whereas he's the other kind of like neurodivergent where he's just like, I can eat this forever. I don't care. Or put food away for tomorrow, then either forget about it or just don't want it and say I'll have it tomorrow. No, we're neither of us are really like that. I mean, he does forget stuff, but it's usually not food. He is very food driven. That I will fully admit. He doesn't forget food. In fact, if anything, that's the one thing he doesn't forget. He's very good about remembering food. It actually makes me smile. that he's so food driven. Um, but no, it's just odd that the neurodiversity creates sort of parallels but divisions between people of similar diversities. Like, it's so odd. Like, we can have the same diagnoses but still be so very different. Is kind of what I'm saying. Because, like, I don't know, we're just so different. Uh, I just wish that I could figure out like what kind of food that I wanted easily, especially now that I can't eat as much food. Because I find it harder to figure that out. I mean, not that it's ever been easy, but like, especially as, you know, neurodiverse, like trying to figure out like what it is that's going to fill the need. Like, am I looking for something tactile? Am I looking for something flavorful? Am I looking for something neutral? Like, what is it that I'm looking for? And I don't know. But oddly enough, half the time it's usually something sweet or something to fill like the void that is my soul. That's so annoying and stupid. And I hate it. See, I wonder if that's your superpower since you can't visualize that you can get that extra sensory sort of connection to it. I just wish that I don't know. Like sometimes I don't even want like I don't even want crazy stuff sometimes. Sometimes I just want simple things like mozzarella sticks. Like deep fried mozzarella sticks. Hey, you could get multiple superpowers from not having an internal visualization system. You're not limited to one. What would you switch to? I mean, I personally wouldn't want to count sheep either, so I don't blame you. Sheep are pretty boring. You think about it in hard detail. do you mean by thinking about it hard in detail? Like just trying to consider it in depth? So you would essentially narrate it since you don't have the visual sketch pad. You just kind of narrate the story to yourself then. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Oh. I hate to be the one to say it, but I think I'm going to wrap up here tonight. It's been slow, and I am still not feeling at my best. I found that when I read something I need to analyze, I end up reading and analyzing a state of people discovered. Oh. Huh. I mean, I also have internal narration when I read things, but it also annoys people because I tend to externally narrate too at the same time. But it's also why I prefer silence when I'm reading for studying purposes or just in general, because I need to be able to hear myself think in the literal sense. But in any case, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. You all take care and have a great night.